Hello everybody, this is the iPhone channel here. Over here is the regular iPhone 17. Today I'm going to do a review to you guys about the regular iPhone 17 to see whether or not it is worth it or not. So why not, let's go. Now starting off with the price, the iPhone 17 starts at $800. And if you want the unlock variant, it's another $30 on top of the $800. Unlike the past 3 years, instead of having the iPhone Plus model, instead you just have the base iPhone 17 regular model over here. However, the base storage has been upgraded from 128 gigabytes to 256 gigabytes, which now costs $800, which is a good addition. And if you want a storage upgrade, there's also a 512 gigabyte option, which costs $200 more than the 256 gigabyte option. And the iPhone 17 also comes with 5 colors. Lavender, which is a pinkish-like color. Sage, which is a greenish-like color. Mist Blue over here. Now this iPhone is Mist Blue. And white as well as black. There are several improvements to the 17 as well, notably the screen size, because instead of having a 6.1 inch like what's seen on a 16, in fact the 17 is now on par with the 17 Pro with a 6.3 inch Super Retina XDR display. And not only that, it also has ProMotion support, aka 120 Hz, making it on par with other flagships and increasingly other budget phones, as even the Motorola Moto 5G from last year has 120 Hz, and I do believe 60 Hz is extremely outdated, especially for a phone which costs $800. Another feature the iPhone 17 has is always on display, something which did not exist on the 16. Even though the resolution remained the same at 460 pixels per inch, in fact the 17 has a bigger battery than that of the 16 at 3.7%, aka the 17 now has a 3692 mAh battery. Even though there's several similarities in the design between the 16 and 17, such as the pill-shaped camera, as well as the color-infused glass back and the aluminium frame, in fact, the front is vastly different, because instead of having Ceramic Shield 1, there's instead Ceramic Shield 2, making it 3 times more scratch resistant than that of Ceramic Shield 1. Another difference is in the dimensions field, as the iPhone 17 is 2 millimeters taller than that of the 16, 0.1 millimeters narrower than that of the 16, and it is actually 0.15 millimeters thicker than that of the 16, because the 17 is now 7.95 millimeters thick, making it 2.35 millimeters thicker than that of the iPhone Air. And also the 17 is 7 grams heavier than that of the 16 at 177 grams versus 170 grams on the 16. Even with some of the design changes, the 17 still retains the same IP68 water resistance rating as that of the 16 and prior generations. And transfer speeds are still stuck at USB 2.0 speeds, aka 480 megabits per second transfer speeds, instead of USB-C 3.0 speeds, aka 10 gigabits per second, like what's seen on the iPhone Pro models. Despite some similarities, you do see an improvement to the brightness, not indoors or HDR, as the indoor brightness is still stuck at 1000 nits, whilst the HDR brightness is still stuck at 1600 nits. In fact, if you were to go outdoors, the max brightness is increased from 2000 nits all the way to 3000 nits, making the iPhone 17 a very great outdoor phone. Next up, we're going to talk about the processor, as the regular iPhone 17 is the only iPhone 17 variant to not have an A19 Pro, but only have an A19 chip over here. Now the A19 is a hexa-core CPU with 2 performance cores as well as 4 efficiency cores, with the 2 performance cores being clocked at 4.26 GHz, whilst the 4 efficiency cores are clocked at 2.6 GHz. And there's also a 5-core GPU with neural accelerators, as well as 8 GB of LPDDR5X 8533 RAM. And over here are the Geekbench results for the iPhone 17. And the iPhone 17 also includes 40 watt charging, a definite improvement from that of 27 watts seen on the regular 16 and 30 watts seen on the 16 Pro. However, the MagSafe wireless charging is still capped at 25 watts. However, there is a major change in the connectivity department, as the iPhone 17 lineup all include the new Apple A1 chip, which is a new custom designed wireless networking chip on the iPhone 17 lineup and iPhone Air, replacing Broadcom chips by offering improved efficiency and performance for Wi-Fi 7 as well as Bluetooth 6. Yes, the iPhone 17 lineup does include Bluetooth 6 as well as Thread. Some key improvements include enhanced reliability and speed for AirDrop, personal hotspot, better power management by co-designing with the A19 and A19 Pro processors, and of course Bluetooth 6, which features lower latency and better multi-stream audio. Now, if you don't know, Wi-Fi 6 is shorthand for Wi-Fi 802.11be, and of course the 17 still retains the second gen ultra wideband chip. And why not? I'm just going to test the Wi-Fi speed using speed test over here from Ookla. So of course the internet is quite fast here because I just moved to a new apartment where the Wi-Fi is symmetrical instead of asymmetrical, so you get the same upload speed as download speed. And before moving to the camera, why not? I just remind you guys that there is an eSIM only version as well as the eSIM version on the 17, but the 17 and Air does not have differentiated battery milliamp hour ratings between the eSIM only and the SIM card edition. Only the 17 Pro does. But if you want to know which countries have an eSIM only variant for the 17, then I'll tell you guys 10 of them. US, Canada, Mexico, Japan, as well as several Gulf countries including Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE. Okay guys, the last thing I'll show to you guys before the conclusion is the camera. As you guys can see, the iPhone 17 does have a dual camera system, aka a 48 megapixel dual fusion camera system with a 48 megapixel main sensor f1.6 and a 48 megapixel ultra wide f2.2, both of which are converted to 24 megapixel shots that are sharp and bright in the dark, as well as sensor-shift optical image stabilization, 2x optical zoom, as well as macro photography support, and of course 4K 60 via Dolby Vision. And there is a massive upgrade to the selfie camera because the selfie camera is an 80 megapixel center stage camera, so you can switch on and off center stage over here. And not only that, it has an aperture of f1.9 and it can support 4K 60 frames per second recording. So why not? Without further ado guys, I'll show you guys a camera test and I'll see you guys later. Okay guys, so over here is the front-facing video sample of the 17 on the left, the 17 Air in the middle, and the iPhone 17 Pro on the right. Okay guys, over here is the video recording sample, and over here is the restroom. And why not, I'm just going to go outside for a bit. So I'm going to continue with the Air soon, like once I go outside. Okay guys, over here is the outdoor video sample for the regular iPhone 17. And why not, I'm just going to switch to the iPhone Air. So here's the conclusion. Should you buy the iPhone 17? I do believe it is quite worth it. For $800, you do have a lot of features. You do have a decent processor as well as a decent camera, even though there's no telephoto lens unlike the Pros. I do believe the camera is still quite decent. And also, you have a pretty decent battery life, as well as enhanced Bluetooth via Bluetooth 6 and several more goodies. And I do believe the iPhone 17 is best for those who want a reasonably fast phone with good battery life, as well as decent refresh rate, decent cellular data, charging speeds, and Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, but don't care about the top-notch camera. Even if the iPhone 17 camera is quite decent, it does not have any Pro options, unfortunately. But I do think this is a quite good phone, and I do believe it is worth $800. So thank you guys for watching. Please give a big thumbs up, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys soon.